Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'm going to do some easy full cover tips today. Well, they're not tips, they're full cover. Yeah, I'm just going to do an easy video. This is something that you can do at home instead of going to a nail salon or anything like that. So we're using these full cover Versa Pro. These are extra long coffin. This is what they look like. This is the small one. Okay, so we're going to be using these today. I was going to cut them quite short, but I'm not going to. I've got a base coat on. So the way that I do this, it comes with this, and it comes with a flash torch as well. So I have my lamp set up on the side. I don't use the flash torch because it's hard to put the torch on and hold the nail on as well. So I don't use the torch. So I've got my lamp on the side ready, just to flash cure it. So I'm not going to do my thumb. So what I like to do is I get a little bit. You can etch the inside of these as well, or you can put a bit of primer on the inside, just to help them stick a bit better, but I don't. And then I put a little bit on the edge like that. Oops. Okay, and this is how I do it. So I'm going to get my lamp ready like that. So I'm not going to put it right close to the cuticle because we do want to have enough room to be able to file. Yeah, you want to be able to file where that cuticle part is, so you don't want to push it right up against that cuticle. Can you see where it's just below the cuticle? Because I want to be able to get in and file right round there. So I'm just flash curing this. It might seem like a long time, but it's not. It's because I pulled it away to show you the cuticle. So yeah, I'm just flash curing just to make sure it doesn't come off. It doesn't feel like it's gonna. So we can turn that off. And now we're going to do the next one. And then we will design them. Don't know what design I'm going to do yet, but I've got a few things out that I want to use. Okay, so get the lamp ready. When you get the lamp ready, just make sure it's not on your nails right now, because it'll start to cure before you've actually put them on. So what you want to do is you want to kind of push that gel towards the end of your natural nail tip. Just want to make sure it's not wonky. Yeah, you want to make sure that when you're putting the full cover tip on, that you push that gel towards the end of your natural nail tip. We will do a full cure after. So that's that one. It is on slightly wonky. Yeah, it'll be alright. I'll sort it out after. Okay, so this one. Put a little bit in there. And then a little bit like that. I've turned it over both sides because this is obviously a bigger finger. Yeah, I'll have to sort that one out after because that's quite wonky. So pop my lamp on again, pop it just before the cuticle, start pushing down so that gel goes on the outside of your nail tip kind of thing. Sorry, that's my jeans rubbing, my shorts, so I got denim shorts on, it's rubbing against my desk. Okay. That one's not too bad. Now we're going to do this one, so I can turn that lamp off. So there's that one. I do like these, but I don't like how sort of, I don't know, like this one, for instance, the little one, goes down on an angle, it like slopes downwards. I don't like that, so I'll file that up straight if I can. You don't have to do that though. Okay, so put some of that on, and then some of that, like that. Get my lamp ready. Just before the cuticle, not really close. Push that down so the gel comes just below your actual tip, your natural nail tip, and then we're going to cure it on. Okay. Nearly done. Like that. So they're flash cured. Okay, so I'm just going to sort this one out off camera and I'll be back. Okay, so I sorted this one out. And what you can do, if you have a nail drill, you can go under and just drill out that excess gel. But it doesn't, you can't feel it. But if you're having clear nails, then obviously you don't want that showing. But I'm not having clear nails, so it's okay. So I'm going to get kind of like a light file. I don't want anything too rough. And if I start on this one, you can see kind of where the full cover cuticle bit is. So we're just going to sort of file that in. Just flatten it down slightly, that's all we're doing. Just to make it look a bit better. I'm just going to lift you guys up while I do this because I can't see properly. You can put these obviously close to your cuticles, that's not a problem, and you can still file, but I don't like to put it too close because I just feel that I can't blend this bit in very well. You can't get the file right in there, so I like to put it down just a couple of millimeters away from the cuticle. Okay, so we are just doing it gently. It's nothing, you know, it doesn't have to be harsh or anything. These are jelly tips, they file quite well. Okay, so we've got this little piece on the end there, so I'm just going to nip that off. You can twist it. You can twist that piece off, but because we've only flash cured these on, I don't want to pull them off. So I'm just going to nip that bit off. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to give these a little bit of a shape as well as I'm doing the cuticle work. They are already shaped, but I'm just going in there, giving it a bit of a, just tapering them in a little bit more than what they are. Okay, and we are going to just straighten up that edge. I swear there's a ghost in here. Get off, I don't want you on. My lamp keeps coming on by itself. And it's not a censored one. I don't understand why it does it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to buff over with a lighter side of the nail file. These are super easy to do, these tips. I will leave them in the description box. They do different sizes, so when you pick the kit that I showed you, the box of tips, the nail enhancement glue and the little torch, it will give you an option to pick what size and length sort of tip, not size, sorry, what shape and length nail tips that you want. I did actually want square, tapered square, but they were all sold out, so I chose extra long coffin. Okay, so there's that one, and now we are going in. I'll go in and do the rest off camera and I'll be back. Okay, let's bring you back in. Okay, so they are filed, shaped and birthed. So what I'm going to do now is we do need to cure them now for a full 60 seconds. So I'm going to dust all this off. If you're new here, welcome. Please stay and subscribe. Would love it if you did. I don't do my excuse me, I don't do my thumbs. This is why. Let me show you with a nail tip, with one of these. Okay? My thumbs are weirdly shaped because they're damaged. See what would happen? But if I got it on like that, it would stay really, really, really big. It would be too wide. I can't really put that much gel inside to hold it on when it should be like this. But then I've got, okay, so this bit poking up. So this is why I don't do my thumbs. But let's go ahead, cure these 60 seconds just to make sure they're fully cured. And then we can get on with painting, designing, using some glitter, some gel polish, some of these, some transfer foils. Yeah, this is the gel polish I'm going to be using. It is Sky Blue by Macar. It's a really, really pretty colour. I do struggle with this one though because it's quite thick. And I can't explain it, it's thick, so I have to try my hardest to do it as thinly as possible, but I do need a couple of coats with it. Yeah, it just doesn't go on brilliantly, but you'll see in a minute. Okay, so they are cured. I want to use some of this. This is some glitter from Nail and Beauty Network. And it's really pretty. Now, because these are full cover, we're not actually going to be encapsulating or anything like that. Okay, I just need to file that bit there. Can you see? But I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, so we can't really put these on top because it's going to be really lumpy. So we're going to put them underneath the nail. Yes. Okay. Base coat and some of that. And we're going to use this to pick it up. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a bit of base coat and we're just going to brush it underneath the nail. Like that. Okay, which will help, well, it will get this to stick on there. So we're just going to grab some, my god, my throat, glitter, and just pop it in there, like that, okay? That's what we're doing. This is just so pretty, this glitter. I absolutely love it. But I want to make sure you can see everything that's in there. Okay, and you can turn it over to check and see what it looks like. So I think that will be enough in there. Dab the sides in like that. Okay, so that's enough in there. So it will look better, it's just because this has been buffed. We're going to go and cure that now. We're just going to flash cure it for 30 seconds. So we'll have the nail upside down like that while we're flash curing. Okay. And then what we'll do for the top part of that nail, we're going to put some gel polish on. And I don't think it's going to go brilliantly. But all we can do is try. Okay, so that's cured. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a wipe down now with some acetone. See? Let's get rid of that hair. Like that. It'll look better when you've got like the top coat on. So what I mean by now, what we're going to do, we're going to get some gel polish. And we're just going to bring this down slightly. I don't know why it's not wanting to focus. Just slightly. Yeah, I do have to do this very thinly. and then I have to go in with a couple of coats. There is definitely hair somewhere on the brush. There we go. And there's another one. Please go away, you're ruining my set. Okay, can you see what I mean? How it will go like lumpy in some places and, well, not lumpy, but more opaque in some places and not as in, just not very much in the others. That's what bothers me. Okay, so now, that's not the right one. This is just a gel brush, what I'm going to be using now. Okay, so I've got a tiny bit of acetone on there because I kind of want it to look like it's fading, and we will go in with a second coat in a second. So let me just get some more acetone. My pump bottle's broken, so it never wants to come out. I'm just cleaning up round here. Okay, so we'll cure that only for 30 seconds, and then we'll carry on with the blue polish again. Okay, back in with this blue polish. It's so thick. Okay, so that will do for that. Back in with the acetone. One sec. I am really sorry about that, guys. My nephew just randomly turned up at my door because he's passed his test and he was showing me his motorbike. Yeah, so back to it. We're going in slightly with a little bit of acetone. Okay, just a little bit, because we kind of want it to look like it's all sort of, oh my god, why is it all dripped off? Just need to take some of that off. That was a bit too much. Hair. Yeah, so we don't want it to be too, we don't want that line. You don't want a line there. Okay, bit more acetone just to clean up that bottom bit. This bit here, I mean. Just to kind of clean it up. Okay, so now we can go in and cure that. 30 seconds again. This is, we're just flash curing. Don't need to do it for a minute every single time. Be here all day otherwise. The next nail, I'm doing a full blue a full blue background, and we're going to be using these foils. Not used these ones yet. I love using transfer foils, but when it's a pattern it never goes, it just doesn't go right for me. It really doesn't. Okay, so to do this you want some nail art foil glue, which is for that. Okay, so we're going to go straight in with this blue. Let me bring you guys over on this one. Okay, bring it all the way down the nail. Okay, so we will cure that for 30 seconds. And that's cured. So what we're going to do, so we're going to go in with this transfer foil glue. We're going to pop this on top of here. Okay, like that. You want to try and get it wherever you can. I do like to do it a few times like this just to make sure that I have got enough transfer foil glue on there, because I don't want to have gaps. Okay, let me just grab this brush. I did get a little bit on my skin, and wherever you get the transfer foil glue is where the transfer foil will stick. This needs to be cured for 60 seconds now, a full 60 seconds, to make sure that we get that tackiness from here. Heat spike, if you get a heat spike, pull it out the lamp and pop it back in. Okay, so let me just pull my sleeve up. That is cured. So we're going to use the matte side. I always talk about this every time I use them. You have a shiny side, like silky, you have a matte side down, okay? So I'm going to just figure out where. So I definitely want that butterfly. About there. Now these foils, well, transfer foil, especially when it's in a pattern like this, can be really hard to get off. Quite a lot of the time they just don't want to come off. I'm mainly wanting this butterfly. Anything else is a bonus. I don't even know why I bother with transfer foils, because they do stress me out. Okay, so let's have a look. I know that this bit isn't even sticking, can you see? That bit just doesn't even want to stick. So part of the flower's coming off there. Can you see how only part of that flower's coming off? This is what stresses me out. Whenever I've done transfer foils in the past, I've always used Nails foil glue, foil transfer glue, and I found it brilliantly. I don't rate or recommend Macart foil glue, to be honest, because that should be coming off. The nail's really sticky, and look, even that isn't coming off, this butterfly. And there's actually no reason for it not to want to come off. So parts of it have come off and parts of it haven't. So this is, you can do that, you can put it on and pull it off really quick if you want to. So I think that's going to be the best. Okay, and before we ruin it, we're going to go in with a top coat, and I think I'm going to have this one matte. I really do like a matte top coat. Nice matte one. Let's get rid of any hairs that might be on there. Now obviously this video is, you know, easy now to do at home. You might think, well, transfer foil and all that sort of stuff isn't really easy. It is, but obviously it depends whether you've got the items. You don't have to do any of this. It's the putting on the nails that are really easy. And it is really easy. Okay. So there's that one. We'll cure that now for 60 seconds and I'll be back. I'm curing this for 60 seconds because it's got a matte top coat on. If you don't, it will bubble. Okay, that's that one done. So I'm just going to wipe over it. Get rid of that sticky layer. Yeah, there is a little bit of a sticky layer and I think there might be some dust on there as well. That's better. Wipe over that one as well. We haven't top coated that one yet. Okay, so that's those two. This one, don't know how that got on there. Okay, we're going to paint all pink and we're going to use some of these stickers. I really do like this colour. Really, really pretty. Okay, so we're going to cure that. Oh, look at those. We're going to flash cure it and we'll do a second coat. Cured. Now, I wanted to use one of these pink ones. So, yeah, it definitely will. It should stand out. It's iridescent, changes colour. But I'm trying to figure out how long the nail is. I don't know if I want it one of those or some of these. I don't know whether to use, I might use one of those on there and 3 of these circles on there. Like that, 3 of those and then one of those on there. Or do you think one of those on there? I can't decide. I think this one, but it's not going to be the right length, if that makes sense. But we're going to have to cut it. So I don't want to waste it all, so I'm going to try and get it back on there after. So if I put the tweezers about there, and it's quite hard to get it straight as well. Did I do it? Kind of on a wonk there. There. That's straight, isn't it? Yeah, I reckon that's straight. Okay, so I'm going to push it on the tip so it folds down and then I'm going to cut it. Yeah. It's kind of lifting slightly, so I want to do it quite careful. Like that, so it's kind of on the tip as well. Yeah, I'm glad I chose that one actually. I do like it. This one's going to be shiny, so we will top that off. I'll do that off camera. Okay, so while that one's curing, what I'm going to do for the little finger is do like kind of marble. So I'm going to put quite a lot of this on because we will need quite a lot, because just because they're long nails. So like that. Pink one, I have been uploading a lot because I work term time, so I have got quite a lot of time off now until I go back to work. Okay, like that. That one's cured. So I'm just going to wipe over it because it will have a sticky layer on. Like that. So with these, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get that and swiggle it in. Okay. I'm going to clean the gel brush because this is what we're going to use. Okay, so we're now going to sort of put this in and wiggle it like that. Like that. We're going to leave it this way. And just kind of spread it out, okay? It's a bit of a, I think that was a hair. Yeah, it was. So now I'm just going to dab that off, that excess, and just push this bit up because we don't want it to be really thick, you see. It will struggle to cure otherwise. Okay, so now I'm going to focus on some of the blue. And then we're going to wipe this bit off. Oops, just touched it. And then we're just going to push this near the cuticle. Okay, and then we're going to just, we can bring this down like that. Okay. Now we're going to cure that. I'm only flash curing it just for a second because I'm worried it's going to move. We'll clean that off now. Ta-da! Okay, going to get rid of this sticky layer. I really need to get, do you know what, this pump is brand new. Well, I'll say brand new. And it just doesn't, it doesn't work properly. It's, what, no, it's not, it's a month old. Got it in June. Should work better than that. Okay, so this one's going to be matte, this little one. I do like a good matte top coat. Okay, cure that for 60 seconds and we're done. Okay, so I forgot to, this one's had the matte done. I forgot to top coat this one, but I want to use one of these. I think this pink, so that's more like a purpley, this is more like a pinky colour. So we'll use this one. Okay, so if I can get my wax pencil. This is just, it's just a top coat, that's all it's, that's all I've got. I have got a top coat on here. But it's not cured yet, so I'm going to be using the top coat to hold this butterfly on. But what I'm going to use is this little torch. Heat spike. If you get a heat spike, remember to pull it away and then put it back on there. Just flash curing it on there. And then what I like to do is I like to get a little bit more and just do that just to make sure it's in there. Pop this down the rest of the nail. And now I can pop this in the lamp because I know that that's not going to move. For 60 seconds and then we'll be done and you can see the finished look. Okay, that's the finished result. I really do enjoy doing these nails. Ignore that I accidentally dented it halfway through. They are easier than doing acrylics, but the thing is with these, you can't really encapsulate on top. Yeah, but that's what they look like. I mean, they have got a nice apex. I mean, I would prefer the apex to be a bit higher for nails this length, especially something like this is quite flat. But these are probably the easiest nails you would do at home. They're just so quick. Putting these on my actual my nails myself takes me 5 minutes, not even that, just to put them on and cure them. And then you can just design them however you want. So if you're trying to save 35 quid going to get extensions done, you might as well spend 35 quid, because that's how much this set is. That, the flash torch, and this is 35 quid, and in here you get 500 tips. So this would last you God knows how long. So you would just be saving so much money instead of going to get your nails done. But yeah, that's what they look like. But I like to rest my hand on there, especially when it's got a little bit of stickiness on the back. But yeah, I really, really, really do like them. I think they're really cute, especially the love heart. Sorry, the flower. No, the butterfly. Do you know what? In every single video, I've used butterfly. Well, the last two, I've used butterfly stickers, and I kept calling them flowers, and I've literally just called that a flower, and it's not. It's a freaking butterfly. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Stay tuned for my next video. Bye.